Chris Bumsteads coach is wrong, and this is another part for the the response. So yeah, we ended up in that tyrosine is important, but you cannot just throw tyrosine in and expect dopamine. You need cofactors, especially B6 vitamin, and more importantly the B5P version of that one, B5 magnesium and others. Okay, so now let's go. When we have the dopamine part in check, the dopamine alone doesn't give you focus. It gives you motivation, but do not focus. So let's talk about how we can balance it with serotonin and serotonin. Serotonin is the system that filters, focuses, and regulates your dopamine levels. And then there also acetylcholine, the one that actually sharpens your attention and learning. And acetylcholine works especially in between your hippocampus and prefrontal cortex, which is your part of your brain that is responsible for memory, working memory, and executive functions. So let's say it like this: if dopamine is the accelerator, like your gas pedal, and serotonin is the steering wheel, the acetylcholine is the lens. So again, how do we support serotonin and acetylcholine functions correctly? So like we have said before, serotonin comes from tryptophan, which becomes 5-HTP, which becomes serotonin, and which actually becomes melatonin. But that's at night, so you don't really need to focus, worry about it now. Anyways, the serotonin production also requires cofactors like B6, remember, like in dopamine, and again the P5P form of it. Without it, tryptophan or 5-HTP doesn't really go anywhere. And you also need magnesium and zinc, which are great vitamins, great things to take at night. So what works? 5-HTP at night or L-tryptophan. It's a little bit slower and gentler because it's before 5-HTP in the road. And also P5P, magnesium and zinc. Next one is acetylcholine. You remember acetylcholine gives you the precision, and that acts especially in the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex. And it's made on two things: choline and acetyl CoA. Alpha, how do I pronounce it? And it requires vitamin B5, sorry. And if you want to support acetylcholine, you can take something like alpha GPC or CDB choline. It's more subtle. Eat eggs. It's the greatest natural choline stuff. And let's continue in the next part because I'm